What's going on, guys? Today we're taking a look at this really cool wrist rest, and the cool thing about this is that it actually has fans built into it. Now the company sent me this over to check out, so let's go ahead and take a look. As far as what comes in the box, you will get the wrist rest itself. You're going to get a pretty long USB cable. This is going to be USB-A to USB-C. You have your user's manual and a registration card. As we take a closer look at the wrist rest, for those wondering about length, this is going to be 17.5 inches long. So that's going to cover you whether you have a smaller keyboard, something like a 60%, all the way up to somebody using a full-size keyboard. Now, the actual wrist rest has some nice foam here. It's going to be very comfortable. And this top material is waterproof. So again, you can like spray this down and clean it off, no problem, which is going to be nice. On the bottom here, we can go ahead and we can see our two fans here. There's also feet right here as well. So this is gonna stay in your desk. It's not gonna move around with you, which is nice. You have the feet here, and then there's a larger one around the circle part too. So again, this is gonna stay in place, no problem. And then on the end here, we just have our Type-C connection for power, and then a button there that turns it on and allows you to change between the modes. Now I have the wrist rest set up here right on my main desk setup here, and I have a normal mechanical keyboard, but if you're somebody who has an ergonomic keyboard, you can go ahead and adjust this sort of how you like to fit that shape of your keyboard. But again, I have a normal keyboard, so I'm just gonna set it kind of like this. We have our USB Type-C, we go ahead and plug that in, and we just hold the power button for 3 seconds, go ahead and turn that on. And as you can see, it powers on and it lights up, and the light, as you can see here, is blue. And one thing you'll notice, you'll notice it right away when you get into your typing, is that it feels so good. We're getting that nice breeze of air under our hands, which is really nice. And this wrist rest is actually really comfortable as well. Now, this is the low setting. You can press the power button again, and the light is going to change to red here, and it's going to be on a higher setting, giving you, even more air. But even at the highest setting, it's not loud or anything at all, which I definitely like. I was kind of worried that this was going to be super loud and annoying, but it's not at all. And if you're somebody that's wearing headphones or something, you won't hear this at all. So having that air, under your hands is really nice. And this is, like I said, a very comfortable wrist rest. Now you can hit the power button one more time and that light will turn off, but the fans will still stay on. So if you don't like that light, if it's annoying to you, you can just turn it off. And again, we can just cycle through. So again, low speed, high speed, and then high speed with no light. So very easy to do, but I really like this just because, again, if you're typing all day, you're gaming, you're doing something like that, your hands do get a little sweaty and uncomfortable. And one, this gives you the comfort of the wrist rest, but on top of that, you definitely get that air under there. So it's just cool and refreshing. So if you are looking for something like this, this is one that I would definitely recommend.